So we heard from Deshaun Watson a little bit earlier just on the rotator cuff strain. Watson also addressed some people in the national media questioning his toughness as well as his availability to play against the Colts on Sunday.
Every week since I've been out, I'm preparing myself to start. You know, I do the same stuff I've been doing each and every week. I don't try to do anything different. You know, a little extra time on the treatment side, but outside of that, I'm always preparing like I'm gonna play. And then, you know, Indianapolis presents from, you know, I'm used to that team. I know it's a different defensive coordinator, but, you know, just playing in Indy is difficult. You know, the crowd's gonna be into it. The defense create turnovers. The defense is very, they feed off the energy of that stadium, and it's a great place to play, great environment. So, you know, they're led by that linebacker group and up front, and you know, I know they're young in the secondary, but those guys are going to come, you know, and be ready for the challenge. So, you know, we got to make sure we're ready. I've never been the type of guy that's been questioned about my toughness, but I guess, you know, whatever they want to put out, then everyone's entitled to their own opinions. As long as this locker room and this organization know who I am and what I'm dealing with, big foe, then that's all that matters. You know, all the outside noise, all the other stuff is just, you know, they're feeding off of what is said on social media, and all that stuff isn't real. So, you know, what is real is in this locker room and on this team, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and, you know, questioning whether, you know, he's tough, that's ridiculous. The guy he's played NFL games with a collapsed lung before.
I think I've said before, there's a difference between being injured and being injured in a way that directly affects your performance. And I mean, the injury, you know, we talked about the strain in the rotator cuff. If it directly affects the ability to do the most important thing you can do in your job, if you're an athlete, then you're not going to be able to perform at a high level, and thus you should sit until that's ready to go, even if everything else is good. And, you know, obviously, you know, the Browns seem like they're erring on the side of caution, which is smart. It's a long season, you know, very winnable games, even with PJ Walker, you know, as the quarterback. This game is winnable, I think, certainly with Walker, even though you're playing a road game against the Colts. Certainly, it's more about the long run with Deshaun Watson, and he knows his body well enough where he can tell if he's good to go, and he's just got to manage this the best he can. There's no reason to think he shouldn't be back at some point this season. I don't know if it's 100% Sean, but certainly he's more than capable of playing at a high level. It's just tough considering, you know, the two opponents they've just played, that he couldn't go against those guys, against the Ravens and the 49ers with the shoulder issue. We'll just have to see when he comes back, and hopefully when he does for the Browns, we'll see what kind of, you know, percentage is if he can get back to where he was against the Titans.